out of 6th grade news.
I'm Rhea.
And I'm Allie.
And today we have 5 different segments.
These segments include Playmakers, What's Happening Now, The Facts Blast, Politics Unleashed, and Hashtag Drama Alert. We hope you enjoy, and let's get right on into today's episode.
And now it's time for Fact Blast. Today's top 10 facts are about America. Fact number 1, the American flag was designed by a 17-year-old. Number 2, there is enough water in Lake Superior to cover North and South America in 1 foot of water. Number 3, America sells enough pizza every day to cover 100 acres. Number 4, the largest air force in the world is the U.S. Air Force. Number 5, 1 out of every 8 Americans is employed at McDonald's at some point in time. Number 6, Apple has more money than the U.S. Treasury. And number 7, in Montana, cows outnumber people 3-1. Number 8, the farthest away you can get from McDonald's in the U.S. is 107 miles. Number 9, Thomas Jefferson was the first to serve French fries in the U.S. at the White House. Number 10, all the American flags placed on the moon are now white because of the sun's radiation. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching Fact Blast.
What's up and welcome to Hashtag Drama Alert. Today on our show we got the juiciest stuff going on now. So to start off, we have a recent picture of Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez on Demi's Instagram. Was this picture cool for the summer, or was it just their same old love? From the Q&A with Complex Magazine, she told them that her and Selena are still not talking. How harsh. Demi confirmed that Selena and Justin's on and off relationship was not the reason they aren't friends anymore. Although Demi did say one of the reasons was because as people get older, they just break away. But is this the whole story? Or is this just a piece of the puzzle? Well, from what I found out on HollywoodLife.com is that there's a rumor going around that Selena Gomez and Nick Jonas are dating. And with the past of Nick and Demi, I can say someone might be a little jealous. But after the confirmation that Nick and her aren't dating, you would think they'd be BFFs again, right? Well, after the picture on Demi's Instagram that has the caption, look at how hashtag cool for the summer we are, friends for years, hashtag same old love, and Selena wishing Demi a happy birthday on August 20th, it could be possible that the interviews and the rumors were before the picture. So is it true that these Disney Channel stars are still good friends? Or is this relationship just as fake as Kylie Jenner's lips? Speaking of Kylie Jenner, she has now claimed that after she has a kid, she won't be on Instagram anymore. What a tragedy! While on the topic of the Kardashians, we got some juicy stuff going down with Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian West. Plus, we have a cameo from Kanye West. So as we know, pop star T Swift has had a fairly good reputation on social media and out in public. That reputation came to a halt on July 17th. I'm just going to tell you some bad blood that is going on now. So to start off the story, we have the VMAs. It took a huge turning point on the MTV VMAs. Kanye said that he was happy that Taylor had won, but Beyonce had the best video of all time. After that, Kanye went on writing a song that he said that he made Taylor famous. He then went on saying that he had her full permission on video, saying he could put her name in that song. After that song came out, Taylor Swift claimed that the lyrics were unverified. She then went on the Grammys bashing Kanye West, saying that people will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or your fame. But you gotta know that it was you who worked hard for your accomplishments and not anybody else. Then Kim comes into the picture, saying that Taylor is just really good at playing a victim in all of this. She hated the fact that Taylor bashed her husband and was trying to make him look bad. But after a long fight, they finally announced an onstage truth and they even hugged. But resources and even paparazzi say that it was all staged, even though it started to die down after Kim announced that she actually liked Taylor Swift and thought her songs were good. After that, Kanye West and Taylor dined in NYC together. What a happy ending. Say, you know who else has a happy ending? Kevin Hart and his new fiance. Congrats, you two. And that's all the time we have now. Wait, I'm getting a call. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You want to hear what I just heard? Head on over to What's Happening Now. happening now? I'm Zach.
And I'm Tyler.
So, what's happening, Tyler?
Well, Pokemon Go is still very popular. People go crazy over it. But though it may be fun, there's still a lot of technical issues.
What kinds of technical issues?
The game has had many server outages due to lots of people playing it. For the first few days after launch, people could not get into their account unless they had a Gmail account. Now, later on July 11th, server again had frequent outages in Australia. People in the United Kingdom had been using Australian ones.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, and here's a tip for all you Pokemon Go lovers. It may be fun to play in the afternoon, but during lunchtime and when the game is at its busiest, try to play during the morning or at the evening so you can get in easier. Hey, I heard there was a wildfire in California. Tell me more about it, Zach.
Okay. There was a fire in Southern California. 34,500 structures were threatened, and over 82,600 people had to be evacuated because of the threat. The fire was first reported on August 16th, and it had burned about 31,000 acres. What could have made the fire start was either a lack of rainfall or wind speeds of up to 30 miles an hour. And that's most of the information we know at this point in time.
Did you know that on August 24th, several tornadoes swept through parts of Indiana? They collapsed the Starbucks and ruined a Kokomo neighborhood. No terrible injuries or deaths were reported right away. State police said that the tornado in Kokomo struck about at 3:20 p.m. The National Weather Service issued an EF3 rating for the Kokomo tornado. Other tornadoes and funnel clouds were reported later.
The tornado was also reported to have thrown grain wagons up to 500 feet in the air in Wells County. In Ohio, barns and mobile homes were also damaged.
Wow. Well, hopefully those people stayed safe. Make sure to keep up with our book blog, Straight Out of Books. I'm Tyler, and he's Zach. Good night.
I'm Braden.
And I'm Aiden. SummerSlam is the second biggest event in WWE. It only happens once every year. It happens during the end of summer. SummerSlam is an event where many amazing matches are held between the biggest superstars in WWE.
The main event was Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar has been in the UFC along with the WWE. His finisher move was the F5, and he always suplexes people. Randy Orton is the son of Bob Orton, WWE Hall of Famer. His finisher move, the RKO, is one of the most popular moves of all time.
SummerSlam had great rivalry matches such as John Cena versus AJ Styles and The New Day versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose faced off for the WWE Championship. Dean Ambrose pulled out victorious.
Finn Balor pulled an upset on Seth Rollins to become the first ever Universal Champion. While injuring his arm in the process, he had to relinquish the title the following night.
Cole, what was your favorite match of the night?
Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar.
Why did you like that match so much?
Because they're two really good athletes and they're both strong. And I guess I just like them both.
Cool. Now to B rating.
Todd, what was your favorite match?
Well, I have to say John Cena versus AJ Styles because even though John Cena should have won, I think it was a good matchup. Submit your bottle flips to Mrs. Regal by messaging her on Canvas or airdropping them to Colton Anco, Braden Foltz, Aiden Regal, or Luke Wilhelm. Politics Unleashed. Hi, my name is Jackson, and this is Politics Unleashed. Today we interviewed people about the election and what they think about it. Now to Levi, our reporter.
Thanks, Jackson. Now we're going to go interview people to see what they think about the election. Do you know why voting is important?
I do. For me, voting is important because, we're lucky enough to live in a place to where we all have a voice. And if you don't vote, to me, it unplugs you from, being connected to society. So I think it's important to vote because number one, because you have that right, and number two, there's a lot of people over the years who have fought for us to be able to have that right. So I think it's important to vote because, number one, we have the right to do so, and it's good to be able to have a voice. So that's why I think it's important to vote.
Wow, very strong opinion. Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you watch the election?
No, I don't.
Do you still get excited about it even though you don't watch it? I do. Oh, look, it's Mrs. Regal. Hi. Do you know why voting is important?
I think voting is important because it's important that we all have our own say in who's going to lead our country. And if we don't vote, then we have no right to complain when things don't go the way we want them to.
Thank you. So, do you watch the election?
Absolutely, I do. It's very important to watch the election.
Do you enjoy watching the election?
I enjoy it to a certain extent. It gets boring after a while, but yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank
What's
you.
your name? Do you want to be president someday?
Yes.
Why?
Because I want to make that
Thank you. Your name?
Wyatt.
Would you like to be president someday?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Well, I would make the laws and make the land safer. There's people.
All right, thank you.
Politics Unleashed. Thanks for watching.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Tune in next week for a new episode. Bye!